Okay, hokey dokey, smoky. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm about to start walking back because I'm here on post. For those of you who know me, I've been working out here for a very, very long time. Right now this is bothering me, and I was debating whether I should or should not make a live video on this. But I think the best thing right now is to go ahead and get it off my mind. And I don't even know if I could say this, or I don't even know if I could be on here without even getting too emotional or without crying. What's up, Jonathan? But clearly I'm a black woman, and I'm 43 years old. I've been on this green earth for a while, and I've seen a lot of forms of racism and disclusion and just really bad stuff happen to people because of their race, their creed, their religion, and whatever. But it should not be happening at the workplace in 2017. It should not be happening on a military installation 2017. It should not be happening to people who are servicing our servicemen and women. It should not be happening. So, yeah, okay, I'm getting to the point of what happened. I'm going to briefly explain what happened. A couple weeks ago, which it leaked out that someone had said to a black man when the black man was told to go ask him for work. This is a supervisor out here. And it's not in my division, but I support the maintenance division, because not putting out the company or nothing, because I don't have that on there. There's no disclosure. I'm not trying to put nobody on the bus, but what happened is what happened. So anyhow, if the guy go ask for work and you blatantly tell the guy, not in a drunken way, the real nastiest way possible, and I've had a dose of this man's medicine. My thing was, I was like, okay, this guy is bipolar. So some days he's nice, some days he want to rip your head off. Some days it's like, okay, Miss Barbara. Some other days it's like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. How dare you? Audacity of you, your fucking nerves, just that's what you get. Mind you, these people are very disrespectful out here, because they curse. They don't care if you're a woman. They don't care anything. They say the most provocatory things. They say the most offensive things. They don't care. Now, most people who are here in this company are people who invest a lot of time, seniority and stuff like that, so they don't want to leave. The supervisors and the people that they're actually hiring, these people don't stay. They leave because they've never seen nothing like this. And this is no lie. This is the truth. So this guy goes and asks the supervisor for a job. This is what the supervisor says. I have worked for the white men. Being that you're not white and you're what you are, I ain't got shit for you. Now, tell me if this is right. Okay, stuff happened. I understand. So when it happens like that, you should address it accordingly and properly. And the only reason why I'm so hurt and upset about this is because, like I said, it's really nasty out there. People are really offensive out there. I don't want to get people in this live, but anyhow, they will fabricate stuff. They will make stories against you to try to get rid of you. I have 5 people write false statements against me to try to get me fired. This happened like 2 years ago. The statements were lies. This one guy was one of the people who I know wrote the statement, but they would not tell me who wrote the statements. They did not let me read the statements. They gave me 2 quote-unquote quotes from the statement. One of them was, I'm not going to mention the lady's name, and I've never used her first name. I've always say Mrs. Whoever. You said such and such don't know a damn thing about supply, which is ridiculous. Such and such is a fucking something, but it was something they said, and they tried to get me for slander. I'm not, how is that slander or whatever? Then they change it into you using profanity. Now, what I can do is I can go with a recording device and record how these people talk to each other and people and expect for you to take it. What the general manager at that time told me, when I told him, the man came and cursed at me. I mean, not even curse, but really, really violently attacked me. When I went to HR, he told me, you could dish it, but you can't take it. I don't understand where that came from. He told me in one conversation, I would drop 15 F-bombs. What does that have to do with somebody attacking me? Which, even though that wasn't true. So I had to tell him, look, you guys automatically depict black women as ghetto, as ignorant, and as angry black women. If you step on my toes, I'm going to say, ouch. They want you to lay down and take it. It's 2017. It's 2017. Right now they are selling slaves. They are selling slaves in Africa. What's going to keep that from coming over here? With the people that we have here now, and we got to lay down and take this stuff, it is not right. It is not right. So for you to tell the man because he's black, I have worked for white men, and because being what you are, I don't have shit for you. And so, okay, you said that there are consequences, but you do not say that, and HR just said, oh, what do you want us to do with him? Do you think the guy's going to say fire him, when he know there's retaliation? The guy told HR, I don't want nobody to lose their job, and that was it. But you know what, with me, they made up stuff. They had 5 people fabricate stories. I couldn't even read the story. To this day, I did not know what these the statements against me stated. So, you try to fire me, and they couldn't fire me because guess what? I'm not ignorant. I'm not ghetto. I have a master's degree. And when you write it black and white and you can defend yourself, they're afraid of you. They're afraid of you when you can say, you know what, this is not right. You know what they told me? Oh, Barbara, you rant. You rant when something changes or whatever. Well, if you're doing something wrong and I ask you why is it wrong, I mean, why are you doing this? You get angry at me because I'm not allowed to question you. I'm not allowed to say, well, this is wrong. When somebody comes to me and say, Barbara, I need you to write me an email saying this about Mr. this, that, because we need to start a paper trail because I want to fire him. The guy who said this about the black man asked me to do this one day. So we are stuck in a position where it's like I've been dealing with this company for so many years. We are on a military installation. This is real. And it's too close to home. It's too many people getting hurt. And okay, you're looking at the media. And it's okay, yeah, Hollywood is shooken up. The media is shooken up from these people sexually harassing people. Well, that happens out here every day. That's happened to me. And I reported, guess what? HR lady said, oh, let me go and ask people. Does she dress provocatively? Has she been dating people? Mainly saying, have I been screwing people on a job? When I tell you somebody grabbed me, I felt uncomfortable. And not only that, he grabbed me, but he told me, I'm lucky he didn't come in the building where I was working at because he was going to be working on more than just a door. And I am a married woman. And I tell you, I don't feel comfortable because if he does come near me, I'm going to take a hammer to his head. This is when I was a general maintenance worker. I'm in a building, a vacant building, but I'm in there with someone else. I came out to the truck to get a tool. The man came and he grabbed on me. And then I'm like, oh my goodness. At the end of the day, I had already told the co-worker that was inside the building, do you know what just happened? In which the guy he walked beside me before, and I'm thinking he's brushed himself against me. But he's done that a couple times, copping a feel on a woman. Getting cheap thrills. And you know, I didn't realize that's what he had been doing until that day when he really grabbed me. And then when I was going to my personal vehicle after I had parked the GSA vehicle, he's in the the parking lot, the personal vehicle parking lot, telling me what he would have done if he would have came in the building. So the very next day, I go tell my immediate supervisor. Supervisor said, oh my God, this is big. We have to take it to HR. And the only reason why they did it is because he was a black man. Because he was a black man. So they took steps to make sure they were going to try to get rid of him. But for some reason, the HR lady came after me instead. Oh, don't say nothing else. Who all knows about this and all that? So I told him. I told the supervisor. I told the guy I was working with, and one other lady. And the lady, she was the one who really pushed me and said, you cannot go without reporting this, because if something happened to you in there, or if you end up beating this man or something, it's going, you know, it's going to be your word against his or whatever. But go into HR only put a target on my back. Go into HR, because after I was told, don't talk about this anymore, which I wasn't going to, because I was humiliated, embarrassed, and I've never felt, now anybody who knows me know that I'm thick. My skin is thick as hell. And it takes way too much to offend me, you know. But when you cock in a field and you tell me what you gonna do, who the hell are you? When you have asked me out before several times and I told you no, you know, when you've asked me out when I told you no, and you gonna come touch me. So anyhow, I got off subject, but all this stuff is happening on out here. So it's got to stop. It's got to stop. And then if this stuff don't go to corporate and it don't be addressed properly, something is wrong. I'm gonna go to the general or something, because this is not right. This is not right. For somebody, I mean, you out here, you need to work. You have to have tickets in order to put in in order to put in time for a fair day's wage or whatever. You have to do this. So to go ask the man for some time or for some work, and this is what you get. This is what is said to you, and then HR take it lightly. But then other people, they try to hang other people. They fish and they look and they hunt and they fabricate stuff to get rid of people. It is not right. It is not right. It is not right. You got brothers, you got uncles, they are related. They're all cut from the same cloth. I don't care if you don't like me because I'm a female, that's your problem. Do not express it to me. From the time I come into work to the time I leave, I don't have to see you. I mean, we don't have to know this. When I leave work, you don't see me. So it doesn't matter. I don't cook your food. I don't wash your clothes. I don't do nothing with you. So it doesn't matter how you feel about me. And I mean, I don't have a hate bone in my heart, in my body, or nothing like that. That's the thing with me. I could never sit there and hate on people. But for some people to sit there and to actually, to tell somebody you're not a white man, so I don't have work for you. Okay, even if they would have demoted him, that would have been a little bit of justice, because he don't need to be a figure of authority. He don't need to be in charge of nobody. Because, like I said, I've had a dose of his medicine. But, I'm thinking they're saying this man is bipolar. So I know when to stay away from him. Because one day is, hello, Miss Barbara, how you doing today, Miss Barbara? The next day, he's about to take your head off. So, I don't care what somebody's going through, which that's what the man said. Well, he's going through personal stuff and stuff. Okay, he's going through personal problems. Okay, I could understand that. But what's going to keep him, because the personal problems he have and the hate he have against black people, black men, black women, minority, whatever it is, what's going to keep him from coming on base with a gun and shooting us all down? What's going to think, when I have to go ask, hey, sir, can I get this and that, and he going to blow my fucking head off? What's going to keep him from doing that? What's going to keep that hate at bay? What's going to keep that? But then we all have a muzzle. We all are controlled. We are controlled. It took forever for me to settle down and say, you know what, I'll lay down and take it. Or I'm not going to take up for people. Or his problem is not my problem. It took it's been a couple of years since they tried to hang me. When you have 5 people make up and fabricate statements against me. If they did not make these statements up against me, why couldn't I even read the statements? And you have a union that you paying money, $600-700 or better a year to, because they taking your money out your paycheck. You get $600, $600, $800, $700 from each employee a year, and you can't get good representation. The union knew the stuff that was being done to me, but they sat there and let me take it. You know, so I had shut down for a while. But this is ridiculous. For the man to blatantly say this, the man said this. The foreman went to HR and told the HR lady, this is what that man said, and he wasn't playing. He said it in the most aggressive, nasty, whatever way. And that supervisor, oh yeah, he's no longer here neither. Nobody's gonna put up with this. But you know what? I've been out here for 18 years. I raised my daughter with this company. The first 5-6 years of the company, I'll say even 10. The first 10 years of working with this particular project has been good. It was a blessing. After that, it's just been pure torture. It's been pure torture. You go to work, you can't be yourself. You gotta, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. You can't even go to the latrine. You can't go to the bathroom without worrying about somebody trying to hang you up or saying you do. I mean, it's crazy. It's worse than modern day slavery. It's happening on the military installation. We can't say nothing. We can't go to the EEOC on post because that is for government workers. We are considered private workers. So we have to go to the EEOC downtown, they say. But then when we go to the EEOC downtown, they say, oh, you can't come there. We're for city workers and everything. You have to go to Atlanta. So what we have to end up doing is writing papers, writing statements, writing a bunch of bull to send to Atlanta, waiting 3 or 4 months to get rejected. Because we can't talk to somebody, and because they're reading a statement and they don't even know. They don't even see the emotions. They don't even see what's going on. You can't even convert and have a conversation. You can't even, and this has been going on too long, and so we're stuck. This is why this has been going on so long, because we're stuck. We have nobody representing us. We have a union that we can't get rid of because you have to be outside of a union for a year before you could take another one, and they don't want to call it raiding. They don't want no issues. But the stuff that's happening in the media right now, it needs to be happening to regular people, because this stuff happens to regular people. The hate, the harassment, the abuse, it needs to stop. Your color, your creed, your race, your religion, nothing should matter at a workplace. Nothing. As long as you come in, you do your job, you don't mess with nobody. And that guy, that's the last person that should happen to. That's the last person you should say something that mean and nasty to. I mean, who gives you the right? And then, I mean, okay, he can do it. He chose to do it. That's fine, but there should be consequences. There should be consequences. He should not be nobody's supervisor. If you feel that way about black people, you should not be nobody's supervisor, because there's plenty of black people out there. And then, not only are there black people out there, there are black soldiers out here. There are black soldiers out here. So you don't say that kind of stuff. You don't do that kind of stuff. I don't care who you are. I don't care if this gets back. This is my free time. I can do what I want. Now, I hope this video gets far enough where people could address this. This is America. This is 2017. We don't want to go back to slavery. We don't want to go back to that crazy hatred time. You see slavery in Africa right now. That is ridiculous. What's going to stop that from happening here? So if we don't say nothing, if somebody don't, I mean, and we're stuck. Everybody's worrying about their job. Everybody's not even trying to help the next man. At least back in the 50s and 60s, we all stood up together. We all stand for something. Now everybody, you see somebody on the noose, because this is modern day hanging and noose. You see somebody on the noose, but you can't say nothing. You can't go and try to cut the brother down because you scared. But when it's your turn on the noose, you want somebody to help you. I don't put my neck on the line plenty of time. I put my neck on the line plenty of time. And I can go and my thing was to go to HR and say, hey, this is what I'm hearing. And when I heard it, guess what? Guess what I did? Being the person that I am, I went straight to that man and said, please tell me what I'm hearing is not true. Because first I heard the supervisor, I'm not mentioning nobody's name. The supervisor said this and this and this to a black man. And it's crazy. I can't believe he said that. So I didn't pay attention. But then yesterday, I found out who the man's name was. I said, you got to be kidding me. So I went to the man, and the man said, oh yes, it was nasty, it was dirty. I couldn't believe it. He told me, he's like, they asked me what they want, what they want me, what do I want them to do with him? And the only thing I could tell him is, I don't want nobody to lose their job. Well, yeah, he should lose his job. He should lose his title. He should be nowhere on a military installation. If that's the way you feel, and then you're doing maintenance, you got to do the maintenance in the black people's room too. Because guess what? The white soldiers are no more important than the blacks. The blacks are no more important than Hispanics. The Hispanics are no more important than the Asians. We're all Americans. We're all soldiers. We're all supporting soldiers. It should not be like that. It should not be like that out here at all. It's time for something to happen. It's time. It's time for something to happen. This should not be happening right now. And I gotta stand towards the flag. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is America. This is America. This 2017. This racism stuff. And let me give my respect to the fallen. All right, so you have to stand at attention towards the Garrison flag whenever they play this. It's not taps, but it's one of them songs that they play, and it's in respect of the soldiers, you know. So we are on a military installation. I've been working here since 1999. You know, like I said, I've raised my daughter on this. It was the first 10 years was really, really good. But then you've gotten these people who's gotten all their relatives, they got their brothers, they got their uncles, they got all that, and they can't do no wrong. And when I'm saying they can't do no wrong, I'm talking about these people are exercising the worst type of abuse, the worst type of treatment. They are label codes that they are violating. They are just civil rights they are violating, you know? And not even just talk about morale. Morale at this place sucks. It sucks. We are here on Fort Gordon, Georgia. Fort Gordon, Georgia. And you have harassment, you have racism, you have abuse. You know? So, my thing is, I want to do this live video. I want to make it public. Hopefully, and guess what? They might try to retaliate against me. Guess what? They're going to say, oh, Barbara, you 5 minutes late. We're going to have to write you up. 3 write-ups, you're fired. That's what they're going to say. Or they're going to say, Barbara, you didn't come back from lunch on time. You're fired. Oh, Barbara, you misordered something. That's a write-up. So 3 write-ups, you're fired. That's what they do. That's what they do. If the guy would have said, yes, I think he need to get fired, guess what? He would have a big fat target on him. Because all that other guy's minions, all his little followers, they would have wrote statements. Oh, such and such did this on such and such day. Let's get 5 statements. 5 to 1, we got you in the bag. That's the way they do it. They bag you. They bag you. Modern day hanging. And when you've invested so many years within a company, you don't wanna have to leave, especially if a guy is like 50 something, close to 60 something. You don't wanna have to leave and go find another job. You're close to retirement, you're comfortable, it's a routine. I've been doing this, and believe me, I've been trying to leave. I'm just not going to leave because I get decent pay. I get decent pay. That's another thing. You get decent pay out here. So you don't want to lose that pay. But I put up with a lot of, and I got bags in my eyes. I mean, which, it's not all to that. I had other personal problems. And of course, I don't bring it to work. So when the guy was telling me, he told me he had personal problems. Everybody have personal problems. This has been one of the most trying and most difficult years of my life. This has been. Did I come to work and take it out on people? No. You know, was I at work at times and couldn't hold back my tears? Yes. Did I try to hide it from my coworkers and try to keep it from the workplace? Yes. As hard as it was, yes. But I didn't go around telling people, oh, you're white and I don't like you, or you're Hispanic and I don't like you, or whatever. You're short, I don't like you. You're oh, I don't like you, big, I don't like you. You can't do that stuff. You can't do it. And if that's the way you feel, keep it to yourself. There are rules against that. There are laws against that. But obviously this company have catered to it. What they've done is that they've hidden that stuff. They will code it, they will candy code it. And if it's somebody they want to get rid of, they will go after you. They will find, they will hunt, they will dig for stuff. They will start paper trails. I had the nerve to come ask me to help you start a paper trail. You need a paper trail to fire somebody? Oh yeah, by the way, that black guy that he wanted to fire ended up leaving and putting in for another job on post where he is the happiest, don't have to worry about nothing. Yep. And yeah, I could run. I've been putting in, like I said, I've been putting in for a lot of jobs. I turned down a few jobs because the pay wasn't right or whatever. I could go work at Walmart in San Antonio and be happy with my husband. I could go out there because, you know, he's got a GS job. And he's always told me, what? Are you crazy? Is that really happening out there? Yes, it's happening. Yes, it's happening. But we have no one to run to. We have nowhere to go. We have nowhere to go. So now, you know, they got the man, the Harvey Weinstein, whatever his name is in Hollywood. So all the other little people are coming forward and they snatching them up. Well, we need somebody to come help us. Maybe I'll be the one, because maybe somewhere in Fort Bragg or somewhere Fort Lewis, Washington State somewhere, Fort Dix, New Jersey, maybe there are some people going through that right now. Maybe there are some contractors out there going through that same stuff. So this need to be shared. This need to somebody. And if I'm telling you, if y'all have any information, if y'all know any lawyers, and I was honestly thinking about going to the NAACP. If something is not done with this, I think I need to go to NAACP, because I'm not saying I'm afraid to go to HR and question them about this, but it's like opening a whole can of worms. I don't feel like fighting. I don't feel like having restless nights wondering what they're going to do to me tomorrow, wondering this and wondering that. I really don't want to do it. But if it's to save the next man, I might have to do it. I might have to do it. That man, I mean, okay, the guy say you don't, I don't want nobody to lose their job. Okay, don't fire him, but he don't need to be nobody's supervisor. He don't need to be nobody's lead. Really, he don't need to be out here. He really don't need to be out here. But most definitely, he don't need to be nobody's boss. If you're going to open your mouth and fix your mouth to say that about somebody, you don't need to be anybody's boss. You need to go crawl up under a rock where you think it's good and safe to do that crap, because you shouldn't feel safe doing stuff like that. You shouldn't feel safe telling somebody because he's not a white man, you ain't got no job for him. You shouldn't tell him that. I mean, this is crazy. And the man, you could tell he is so hurt. When he was talking to me, he was like, he was mean, and he been snappy at me anyway. He been real mean at me. Well, he been mean at me too. I think everybody done got a dose of him. Everybody done got a dose of his medicine. That's not the first time he's done some crazy shit like that. But he ain't never went as far as saying you black. Well, he didn't say black. Being what you are, like what you are. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, you told me he wasn't a white man, but being what you are. What is that? You degraded that person. Nobody wants to be sitting there and be degraded. Nobody wants to be degraded. So I'm telling you, if anybody have any information, if anybody know where I can go to, if anybody just pushed this video, they need to know what's going on. I did not drop any names. I did not drop the company name or nothing like that. But y'all need to, if anybody is higher up in the military, y'all need to really look closely. I know y'all look at the soldiers and GS workers, and there's laws, and they have their own unions. Well, the GS worker have their own union. They have their own EOC on post. But we're not covered. And they do anything they want to us. This particular company been doing it for years. For years. Just come out and ask people. People are scared. I used to wonder, why is this person 50-something years old, 60-something years old, scared to death? Scared to say, oh my God, you're wrong. But I used to be the first one. You step on my toe and I tell you, ouch. That's what people do. That's humane. But when you're taking the humanity out of people, when you're taking the dignity out of people, you're taking people's pride out of them because you're black, I'm not going to give you no work. The white man is better than me. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So my thing is, because I got to get going. I got to go to work tonight and I got to get some sleep. You know, I got to go to my other job. But I'm telling you, it's got to stop. And I might do another live. I'm trying not to get emotional. I think I'm a lot better being out here doing it and not going to the house. Because if I would have went to the house and sat there and done it, then I probably got a lot more emotional. But yeah, that's what's going on the military installation. You have a white supervisor telling a black man he ain't got nothing for him because he's not white. And being what he is. So what is he? Please describe. What is he, a buffoon? What is he, an ape? What is he, a monkey? What is he, a low down dirty dog? What is he? Being what he is, what is he? So somebody has to, I mean, this has got to stop. It's 2017, going to 2018. And you have these people thinking they can say and they can do whatever. What's up, Smith? Yeah, I was just talking about what happened. And it happened 2 weeks ago. I got a little bit of wind of it, but I didn't know for sure exactly. You know, I didn't know for sure exactly what was said or whatever, but I found out who it was, and I went and asked because it's getting around. And the crazy thing about it is, it was a well-kept secret. They kept that on a hush-hush and underground. They kept that on a hush-hush. Nobody really knew. And I talked to a couple people. They didn't know. They did not know. They did not know. So it's crazy. It's crazy for, you know, somebody to turn around and say that. And HR not doing nothing about it. HR is not doing nothing about it. HR asked the victim, what you want me to do about it? That's like somebody getting raped. And then you turn around and say, oh, what do you want me to do with your raper? You know, what do you want me to do with your raper? So let me ask this man a question. Can I ask you a question? Yes, I'm not going to put you on camera now, but I'm doing a live because something happened here on base. I work for one of the contractors out here on base. And that's fine. But I just want to ask. And, of course, clearly I'm a black woman. And there was a black guy who went to go ask one of the supervisors, you know, you have any work for me? The supervisor said, I have work for white men, but being that you're not white and what you are, I ain't got shit for you. Now, do you think that man still should be working on the military installation?
No, he shouldn't.
And that's exactly how I feel. But HR is keeping that under wraps. And this happened 2 weeks ago, but it's just getting out clear. Yeah. And the man is clearly hurt by it, but they asked the man, what you want us to do with him? So that's like asking a rape victim, what you want us to do with your raper? Of course, the man said, I don't want nobody to get fired. He is such a cute dog. Yeah.
He got to go.
That's what I think.
He did to me, he's going to do to somebody else.
And he's been doing it. But see, I thought this guy was bipolar, but I didn't know he had hate in his heart for minorities and blacks or whatever. Because he's snapping. I'd be like, what's wrong with him? And I'm like, whatever. Just stay clear. But come to find out, that's exactly what he told the man. Told him. And the foreman went to HR and said, this is what he said. And he didn't say it in a nice way. He was mean, nasty, and aggressive about it.
He should be gone.
That's what I think. So I'm doing a live, and I'm hoping they push this out because it shouldn't be happening. We're not covered because we're contractors. So we're not covered by EEOC on post. We're not covered by the one downtown. We're covered by Atlanta. So it's either you carry your butt to Atlanta or you write statements just to get turned down. And everybody, yeah, and it like me, they fabricated stories against me before because I'm a threat. Because I sit there and say, no, you can't do that. So they have 5 people write statements, false statements. How can you have 5 people write statements on you, but you never could read the statements? They didn't even let you read the statements. Yep. It is crazy, but that's what's happening. That's what's been happening, and it needs to stop. And I'm sure if it happening here, hopefully it's not happening in other military installations, but something's had to happen.
Yeah, it should be gone.
Like I said, like right now, I don't know if you've been seeing it. They supposedly selling slaves in Africa.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, how can that be happening in 17? What's to keep that from happening here now too?
Right.
You know? So, I just thought, I mean, this is crazy. Yep, just wanted to get somebody's opinion. So, I know what they're gonna do is they're probably gonna try to hang me on this one, but I don't care. This is my free time. I have right. Not only that, I've been working on this base forever. I've been a soldier's wife forever, you know. And my soldier, like, he tells me, I don't know how you put up with that. I don't know how you deal with that. This is what he tells me all the time. I couldn't deal with that. I've been done shot somebody. I've been done killed somebody. You know? Yep. That's what they do. So I'm out here doing laundry because my washer and dryer broke. So I need to get home because I wanted to get into bed by 6. I gotta pick up my baby from the airport at 10 and head on to work. Hopefully I'll be there by 10:30. But Smith, what's up? You want to comment on it? Well, I know you don't want to comment because they might could get you. They ain't gonna get me. They could try to get me. Hello, how you doing? They could try to get me. So, I shouldn't even waste my time trying to. Anyways, I should try to come back on live. Get off. Yeah. And the only reason why I'm washing clothes today is because my husband had this favorite pair of jeans he had to have when he come home tonight. So he left it last weekend. I told him I'd wash it and have it ready. So any questions, anybody? Any questions? Any questions? Now, even if the man was playing, he shouldn't say that. Even if he was playing, it shouldn't have been said. Period. So, this stuff in here. I'm not even drying everything because some of my clothes I don't even dry. I hang them up. But because of his stupid jeans, I had to come and wash this clothes. That's it. So, any questions? Any questions? I should do a live every day about this until they do something. I should do a live every day until they do something about it. I'm about to go.